Well, it's a pleasure here at the workout in Liverpool ahead of the big night on December the 11th in Liverpool at the M&S Arena. And of course, top of the bill, he's doing battle against Conor Benn. It is, of course, Carl Frampton. No, it's not. It's Chris Algieri. But you have had that before, haven't you, Chris?
Yeah, quite a bit. I'm the taller, older brother.
A great challenge for you, though, Conor Benn. And again, it is, I suppose, people will look at it and the ages and the different stages of your career and say, is it gatekeeper? You're going to tell me absolutely not. You're going to give Conor a lesson, but that's the way people are looking at it. Have you heard that from the outside looking?
Not so much over in the States, a little bit more over here. Yeah. But I've been the guy who's always made my own script. Whatever the narrative is, that's fine. That's in one ear, out the other for me. I'm here to write my own story. People are looking at this like I'm a stepping stone for Conor Benn, but in my mind, he's a stepping stone for me for more big fights.
Chris, I was lucky enough to be there and possibly one of your biggest nights, the night you upset the odds and beat Ruslan Provodnikov. Do you see any similarities in this, whereas, Conor Benn's this young wrecking machine, he's going through opponents, a lot of people are writing you off. Do you see similarities in that fight?
I mean, in terms of the aggression, sure, coming forward, but Ruslan was a whole different thing. He was the boogeyman of division, one of the scariest guys literally in the sport at the time. Was coming off back-to-back fights with Tim Bradley Fight of the Year, Mike Alvarado, who is a very, very tough champion who he knocked out in his hometown. A very different level of opponent. But yes, similarity in terms of certain aspects of the style for sure.
When you look at Conor Benn, again, he's come through with the famous dad and all the rest of it. And early on in his career, he had one or two struggles. Cedric Payne was a famous one, and he's got better, though. Is that something you'd agree with, that he's really come on, particularly in the last couple of years?
Yeah, it seems so. But, we'll find out on Saturday. This is a big step for him. Much bigger step up than he has before. You mentioned his dad. His dad's not fighting on Saturday. He is. So we're going to see where he's at.
Chris, you've been in with some unbelievable names, in the division, some Hall of Famer names. Is the ambition, is it still another world title?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I wouldn't be here if I didn't see myself being a world champion. But I've already been a world champion. I'll never not be a world champion. Yeah. I want big fights. I like big fights. I like fight week. I like this, the training. I like the aspect of this. I've missed being here. Yeah. So for me, I just want to get the biggest fights possible. And if there's a world title in there, I'm going for it.
It's interesting talking to the likes of yourself. When we were talking to Katie Taylor a little while ago, she's done it all now. She's got the Olympic gold. She's an undisputed world champion, but she's as hungry as ever. You're a fellow with many different strings to your bow. You've got the nutrition stuff that you've been doing. You're a media pundit. You've probably made a few quid. I'm not being personal. You don't need to do this. So what is driving you? Is it just the belt? What is it?
No, it's the love of the game. I love boxing, man.
Game, the big fights.
Love it. I love boxing. I like the lifestyle. A lot of it's the lifestyle. I still like training. If I get up in the morning and I don't want to go to the gym, if I don't want to put in the hard work, the extra hours, then I'll quit tomorrow. But it's still there. I'm still going to the gym with these young, hungry kids. I'm still in there sparring. These guys aren't beating the old dog yet, so I still belong here.
That's still your favorite part, the punditry, the nutritionist. The fighting is still your favorite part.
Absolutely. I've never needed to fight. I've had degrees. I went to school. I spent a long time, getting my academics right. I have a lot of things going on outside of that ring. Yeah. But man, I love fighting.
And you're a couple of years older than this fella, and he's thrown the towel in already. So you're showing him how it's done.
Yeah, everyone's got their own path, their own reason for being here. Also, I probably started a lot later than you. If you think about it, my first boxing match, I was 25, 24. Yeah, my pro debut was my first boxing match. I had no amateur fights.
Scary.
And a world champion.
World champion.
Chris, we look forward to seeing you on the Saturday night. All the very best to you, fella.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
Cheers, Paul.